look, I'm not saying that they should just continue to exist and just lose money, right? Like, I do understand that, yeah, that there has to be. So is this, so basically we're looking at it this way, that ideally we wouldn't have to take this guy in this group's money, but what else are we going to do? This guy wants to come in, give us a bunch of money. We're going to give him a board seat. He's going to do a ton of real estate deals. And we just kind of have to live with this because we're not the NFL. We're not Major League Baseball. We're not even MLS. So like, we just kind of, we got to make this deal because we're trying to keep this thing going. We want to do pro rel. So yeah, this guy, we'd rather not have to take his money, but we kind of have to take his money.
It's no different. I mean, we're late to the game. MLS did this with the Hunts, the family that is the Glazers, I think, and Phil Anschutz. Without Daddy Anschutz, MLS doesn't exist. They just got their billionaire
Crafts
early.
put a lot of money in too, which is
Crafts. You're right. Sorry, I sometimes skip over New England. I don't know why.
It's understandable.
But like, to that point, like, again, like they had their billionaires. Like USL, I think the richest person in the league is only 100 millionaire, right? And it's just not there yet. So I don't know what else to tell you other than we're going to need the evil money to become what we want to be, or we do it the hardest way possible, and maybe our grandchildren's grandchildren will be able to enjoy a really great soccer model here if this whole world is still in one piece,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the alternative, right? Like, how long can these owners, how long can the guys that own Vermont Green, how long can the guys that own, Portland Hearts of Pine and Hartford, like, how long can they grind and lose money and keep putting money in? Like, like, how long can you realistically do that where at some point it's like, okay, well, this has got to be, I at least need to get to the point where I'm not losing money to support this thing. But for those of you listening to the podcast, we're all kind of stumped here, and we just kind of the realization.
Surprise!
I didn't win the
weren't able
lottery.
to solve capitalism. So
if I had won the lottery, this wouldn't be a problem. I would have put it all into the USL.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. The 1.7 billion, whatever, I was going to put a team in Worcester. I had the whole thing figured out.
Sorry.
What's wrong with Worcester?
Tom, it's just one of those
Worcester
things.
on that list of 70 cities and towns, by the way?
No, it's actually, the official list isn't out, but there was some conversation leaked about how they're targeting minor league baseball teams that have a reverse in the population change of age. So as the population is getting younger again and the minor league team is failing, that's a core market for them to target. Like, they know their audience, they know what they want. They've got a blueprint, but yeah, so those smaller teams in those tertiary markets, that's what they're looking for.
They're looking to steal fans.
Yeah. When a team moves its baseball park to Worcester, they just take over and create a soccer team. It's rinse and repeat.
Sounds great.
I mean, there were guys at the RSC game that I went to that legitimately were like learning what soccer is because the Paw Sox were gone. Like, I mean, that's what that was the discussion. Like, well, the Paw Sox are gone. Like, hey, maybe this could be this could be a fun time. And then they're like, what's offsides, or like, what, what I mean? Like, but like,
there have been hundreds of people I've met and ran into, and that is their origin story into the sport.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
But hey, I mean, if that's what gets them, if that's what gets them over, that's what gets them over. Any other thoughts on private equity and how this is just how the world works, and we just have to accept it, and there's no other way.
Not for this podcast.
Not for this podcast. All right. Well, if anyone comes up with any solutions to an alternative to private money in the financial system that we all live in, feel free to send us an email or get in touch, and we'll hash the whole thing out on the next episode.